are the three main questions in winter time that homeowner need to know. Hi, this is Daniele Sighi, a professional real estate agent. I'm here again with Panos to find out this main question. Hi Panos again.
So we are in the middle of winter.
Yes.
It's freezing outside, and we typically get these questions either during a home inspection or just from homeowners who call to us. Number one question, why is there so much water on my windows?
Right, number one question.
Condensation is called condensation, which is typical. If you have too much condensation, like if it's like all over your window, that means that there's way too much humidity in the house.
Okay.
Humidity in the house, it's normal, but up to a point. We can't exceed, and we shouldn't exceed 40% humidity, because that would create mold issues. So if you have too much condensation on your windows, you need to decrease the humidity levels in the house by using your ventilation fans. Basically your bathroom fans, your kitchen fan. If you have a humidifier, lower it or turn it off until you bring everything back in balance. In my house, I have, in many new homes, have it built-in thermostat. It's called a humidistat. It tells you what the humidity in the house is. If you don't have that, you can buy that from anywhere, you can hire Amazon or whatever.
Do you suggest what's the temperature supposed to be?
Temperature?
Yeah.
The built-in code actually requires 19 degrees Celsius.
19 degrees.
That's the built-in code. But then there's people who like it warmer.
Okay.
And there's people who like it colder.
Okay.
But we shouldn't be less than 19 degrees.
19 degrees.
And we see this when we do inspections in houses that are not lived in, that because the house is empty, they turn the temperature down to 15 and 16 degrees. That's not correct. Temperature should be 90 degrees and higher.
Would you recommend it if, especially here in GTA Toronto, it's a little bit snow in the winter time, so most of the people during the winter time, they go on vacation, right? So they leave the house abandoned, right, for a week, 1 or 2 weeks. What do you suggest that you should do in terms of the humidifier, stuff like that?
If your system works properly, it's automated. You shouldn't have to do anything.
Okay.
Right? You set your temperature, you set your humidity level, and that's it. Okay. You don't do anything with that. You should never turn your furnace off. You should never turn your water heater off. You may turn your main water supply off if it's a long-term vacation.
Okay.
If it's just for a week, maybe not. It is unpredictable. Water leaks are unpredictable, so you can never know. So if you are not comfortable, just turn the valve off. It's simple as that.
Okay. And in the case they have something that's not automatic, so maybe leave some windows open?
No, you should never leave the windows open, because you're going to get the burglars coming in.
Okay.
Everything has to be locked.
So just leave it like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So what else?
Second question that we usually get is, why is my furnace breaking down always in the winter?
Okay, good question. Yeah.
It's always going to break down in the winter because that's when it works the most.
Okay.
So it's on all the time. So anything that may happen is going to happen in the winter in -20. So you're stuck in the middle of the night without heat.
-20. Whoa.
Which is better than -50 that we have in Thailand.
Yeah.
So how do we resolve that? Your furnace, your HVAC system, they're machines. As any other machine, it needs maintenance.
Okay.
We cannot leave our furnace for 5, 10 years without maintenance. It will break down.
Okay.
It's less costly to maintain our furnace than to replace it. Okay, so it's going to cost you $150 per year to bring a technician in to do a small service. It's going to cost you thousands of dollars to replace your furnace.
Are you doing maintenance as well?
Yes.
They offer maintenance as well?
No, we don't. You have to have a licensed HVAC technician.
Okay, good point.
Okay. So your furnace, your heat recovery ventilator, your humidifier, your filter, all these things are things that need attention.
Yeah.
Okay, filter is very important.
Right.
Why? Because it keeps the house healthy. The air that we breathe, the air that our children breathe.
Yes.
And if the filter is dirty, the air doesn't flow through, the furnace will not work properly. The furnace is overloaded.
Right.
So the filter has to be replaced every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
No matter what.
Any specific brand that you recommended?
Not brand, we can't advertise companies. I do recommend high MERV, as it's called.
Okay.
It's a high MERV number. It's basically the filter stops much more than just dust. So it stops allergens, mold spores, and depending on the number of the filter.
For the protection of the filter. Very good.
So they're more expensive, but again, you get what you pay for. You buy a $6 filter, it does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, sure about that. Yeah. So what about the third question?
Third question. These beautiful icicles are always hung by the eaves.
Right, that looks so awesome.
Beautiful.
Especially Christmas time.
It's Christmas time. We even created Christmas lights that look like icicles.
Right.
That's an issue that happens in the house in the attic.
Right.
So they are pretty, yes, but that's can create a lot of issues with moisture penetration and all of this. And it's very simple to resolve. We're going to see it mostly at older homes.
Okay.
That the insulation has gone down, has settled, or it's missing. The icicles or ice dams, as they're called in technical terms, are created by heat loss in the attic. Okay. So whenever you see all these icicles, the first thing that you have to do is go in the attic, because you have heat loss in the attic from different things, and you may also have improper ventilation. Okay. So an experienced inspector is going to be able to understand. So if, as a homeowner, for example, if you have that issue, call an inspector to come in. Why? For example, the inspector has an independent opinion. It's a third party. I'm not going to do the work for you. I'm going to tell you what needs to be done.
Okay.
Because I've seen so many cases that they hire a contractor to come in, contractor charges so much money, and they do things wrong. And then they have to go back and hire somebody else, spend more money to do it right.
Correct.
So if you hire an experienced inspector to consult with and pay a small amount of money, it's not a lot,
It's worth it. Yeah.
it's worth it.
Very good. Very good. So we are here, Mr. Panos. Any question, you can submit to me, you can submit to him. Please subscribe so you can see more about this question coming up. Okay? Thanks for following up. Bye.